is in here. Okay. Hello. I know no one's tuned in yet, but I hate those awkward moments where like people start videos and they're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait about 15 more minutes until people come in." No, I'm gonna talk, and by the grace of God, who's gonna find this is gonna find this. I want to start off first by saying hi. I'm Fallon Billups, stylist, owner, operating under Dreamweavehairgallery. I am in Tampa, Florida, and I specialize in hair weaves. And again, I'm slow taking off here, but I'm trying to get used to being in front of the camera, doing more videos for people, and I just love to help. So what I want to talk about tonight is tips for finding a good stylist in the area, especially for people who've moved from one state to another. They've been with a stylist for years. I'm open to questions, please. I'm just getting used to doing these videos. I've done a few, but I'm trying to get more used to it and not afraid. So if anyone does tune in and you're watching, please do not hesitate to put your question down there. If you want to see my videos, please, I would love for you to subscribe, to set your alerts and everything, so when I do put a video up, you'll see it. I am, even though it's slow moving, but it is moving forward, I am trying hard to start having more of a regular posting schedule, you know, once every week, 2 weeks, you know, somewhere in there. But so again, what I wanted to talk about today was tips for people on finding a great stylist in your area. I just thought that it would be nice to help people because being in Florida, it's a transient state. People are constantly in and out. I have a lot of military people, and I have people who come to me and be like, I've been here for 10 years and it's been so hard to find a good stylist. And as much as I would love to do everybody's hair out here, I would love to fly out and, you know, for people to fly in to see me, I'm totally open to it. You can book dreamweavehairgallery.com, and I sell hair. I do. Please feel free to check that out. But it's just not always possible for everybody, and people want to be able to find a quality stylist in their area. So I just want to talk about that, and I really encourage people to ask questions so that it can be a two-way conversation. And just so you know, if I'm looking down, I am plucking a custom unit, 360 unit that I'm doing for a client. But the first thing, of course, is doing your research and everything, and looking and seeing what ratings other people are giving a stylist in your area. And once you look at those, you know, once you narrow it down to someone, then the next step would be to see if they have a webpage, see, you know, what their photos look like. And you want to look at the styles that person is doing and not just say, oh yeah, their work is phenomenal, but does their work speak to who you are? If you find a stylist and you're like, oh, her curls are beautiful, but yet every picture on there, she's doing like rainbow colored hair, green hair. Not to say she can't do, you know, like a professional look or anything like that, but what she's more comfortable with is probably going to be that, or what she mostly does is that. So, oh, hi. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. You're more than welcome to ask questions too. I don't know if this could go for barbers as well, or hairstylists or whatever. But thank you for the encouragement, because I do need the encouragement. Making videos, you know, it scares me a little bit being in front of the camera, but I'm trying to get used to it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. But okay, so back to what I was saying. Okay, so yeah, so once you found them and you're looking through the pictures and everything, and again, you may see, oh, well, I love how she curls, but every other photo is her doing rainbow colored hair, purple hair. You know, is this really what you want? You know what I'm saying? You want to see if it goes along with your personality. Me personally, I strongly encourage any new clients that come to me to do a consultation. And I prefer to do a consultation because number one, I do 10, 12 different type of sewing techniques. A lot of the techniques that I do, other stylists don't offer. And frankly, I'm in the industry. You as a client, you're not. There is a lot of information out there for things, but you don't know everything that's offered. So it's awesome to go to a consultation because you don't know what other services that stylist may offer that could work for you. So doing a consultation, like for me, when my clients come in, we do a consultation. I ask them, what are you expecting from this service? On a daily basis, what is your maintenance? Because if you say I want a frontal, for instance, right now frontals are huge, but guess what? Frontals are a lot of maintenance. So if you're the type of person who does not like to do a lot of work to your hair as much as you want a frontal because it's so beautiful, that may not be the service for you. So honestly, you want a stylist who can be gently honest with you and say, hey, listen, if the type of maintenance you're looking for is not high maintenance, you may want to try this service instead of this service. And that's what that's one of the things you want to look for too. Is this stylist open to communicating with you? Or is this stylist, he or she, I'm sorry if I say she, but I know nowadays stylist, barber, whoever it is you're looking for, you guys have to be able to communicate with each other. You guys have to be able to see eye to eye. So getting a stylist, especially if you're looking for a long-term relationship with this person, is more than the price. You want to check out the environment. Well, during your consultation, you want to see, is this stylist clean? I mean, am I going to come in and the salon is going to look a hot mess? If you're okay with that, then fine. Or when you go in, are you going to come into an environment where you're going to be waiting 3, 4, 5 hours before you get in the chair? Or, are you going to come into an environment where it's loud and people are in and out and it's just the environment itself doesn't speak to who you are? Me personally, as a stylist, I have a private home studio. I try hard to schedule one person at a time. Does it always work out perfectly? No, but that's the way I prefer to run it. And therefore, I have a lot of doctors, nurses, teachers, people who are more professional. They want to come in and they enjoy the quiet, the tranquility. So you may say, oh, well, I found somebody who can do my hair for $60, and they may do a phenomenal job, but you get there, the person is not reliable. It's not clean. They have 15 people in there when you come. So these things are important. My other tip for you when you go in, like some stylists may say, oh, I don't do consultations, but you can always suggest, like, I would prefer to do a consultation. Are you okay with that? And that's another way you can kind of see, is this stylist the type of stylist who you're going to go in and you're going to say, well, I want this. And they're like, no, you're getting this. You depending on your personality, you may not want that type of stylist who's just going to tell you, no, you're not getting that, you're getting this. Granted, there may be a good reason why they're choosing to give you that service over this service, but you want someone who's open to say, okay, listen, I feel that you shouldn't get a center part because based on the shape of your face, a center part wouldn't be as flattering. So how about if we try this? Not, no, you're just not getting a center part. I'm giving you a side port, okay? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, is the stylist communication methods translating into something that you can understand? Another thing for me, when I have my clients come in, I prefer that they come in with photos, either photos of past styles that they wore or photos of exactly. Is it Jalan? I'm sorry, I don't want to mess your name up, but you're right. And so that's the thing. If the only thing they know how to do is the center part and you like side parts, is that necessarily the stylist for you? Probably not. So that's the reason, another reason why I love consultations. When a person comes in, I'm the type of stylist, when you walk in, I'm looking at how your hair is and when you come in. Because generally, when you go somewhere or whatever, that you walk out, you throw your hair up, you throw it back. Usually where your part is, that's usually where you like it. So I pay attention to those things. I pay attention to the person's size. I take that into consideration. So I would research what you're doing. Do a little bit of research on it. Don't go in as if you're the expert, but don't go in completely blind and just let anybody just tell you anything. Oh yeah, girl, we just gonna do this and that, and then you come out and you talk to some people and are like, no, that's not how that's done. That's how you end up spending all this money and you don't know what the heck you got. I watch stylists before they touch my hair. Absolutely. That's another thing. Like I said, go to the salon. Some people like myself, I work from home, so you can't necessarily just come to my house like that. You can drive to my neighborhood and you can see the neighborhood, but if I don't feel like doing my hair, I will go to that shop a couple days before, or maybe even the day of, and I'll look around and watch people. I will go in there and just talk and see, are they inviting? Are the people nice when I walk in the salon, or are they just like, you're not even here? You know, you have to think about your personality. What works for you? Are you the type of person that enjoys talking? Are you the type of person that likes music? Some people are okay with rap music, loud rap music playing, or whatever. You know, a lot of the clients who come to me, they want tranquility. So when they come here, I'm playing either jazz music or Christian music, something that is going to be soothing to the soul. But maybe you're not that type of person. Maybe you want to turn up. So maybe you want a stylist who is going to be turned up. So all of these things are important things to factor in. Don't always just look at the price and say, oh, it's $50 or it's $20 or whatever it is. Oh, that's the perfect person for me, because that's not always true. I've heard some horror stories, okay? And just because you see somebody and their price is $150 as opposed to $50, just assume that, because it's $150, then it's right. And that's not right. Walking out looking like Sinead. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. You have to know the stylist personality. If you're looking through their photos online and you're seeing a bunch of purple, pink, and yellow hair, and that's not you, that probably is not the stylist for you. So, and then another concern is, okay, like for instance, I was helping my boyfriend find a barber. Do you know how difficult it was to find a barber who had photos of their work? Like, as a stylist, that's important to take pictures of your work. So if you go especially to a hairstylist and they don't have photos of their work or photos online, that would raise a flag for me, okay? That would raise a flag. Like, why don't you have pictures of your work? Or if you say that you do full head sew-ins and I don't see not one on your page, that would raise a red flag for me. So these are the types of things you just want to think about and look into when you're looking for a stylist. It's a number one rule. You know what I'm saying? So you want to think about those types of things. You know, some stylists they may seem more expensive. Like, people here, I'm probably more on the pricier end. However, when my clients, if they want to schedule at 2:00 in the morning, they can get online and schedule. If they get off work 4:00 in the morning, they can get online. They can see my word of mouth is awesome. It is. It absolutely is. Today, you know, having an online presence is essential. And especially in my area, when I look for other African-American hairstylists, you don't see a lot of African-American hairstylists that have an online presence. That's important. But having the freedom to schedule at any time. You know, if you're the type of person, you work a job where it requires you to work odd hours, but your stylist is off of work and not answering her phone at the time you need to schedule, that may be something you want to look at. Is this client's schedule going to work with my schedule? What other ways does she have to schedule? What is her reputation when it comes to scheduling? Is this the type of client? I've had clients literally tell me they scheduled an appointment with a stylist. the stylist picked 10 a.m. They get there at 10, but the stylist doesn't even walk in until 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, is this everybody? No. But is this something that you want to kind of research? You know, that's why going to the salon is kind of important. See what type of environment. Talk to the other stylists that are there, you know, or how's this stylist? Make sure you are reading the reviews. You cannot base everything solely on the reviews either, because sometimes people they love negativity. So sometimes people just post the negativity. You know, it would be nice if as a people in this world, we could see more positive things, but that's not always true. So doing your own research is pertinent. For me, having photos, again, is so important, because this is the thing. I remember working at a salon, and a girl came in and she said, I want an illusion part. And we gave her what is our salon's version of an illusion part, because that's what we named it. But then when she showed a picture, we're like, no, actually what the technical term for this is, or maybe even you use the wrong term for that and you don't have a photo, and the stylist gives you the term that you asked for. However, what you were looking for was actually a natural part, but you used the wrong term. That is not your fault or the stylist's fault, but it is a breakdown in the communication between the both of you. So using photos with that stylist is important, at least for me. That's why in the consultation, that's what you can ask your stylist. You know, how do I communicate with you best what I'm looking for? Should I bring in photos? Do you do better with me explaining it to you? You want to know from that stylist perspective, how can we achieve what I'm looking for without me paying you a whole bunch of money and leaving out here a hot mess, okay? And I know I have some clients, they're just the type of people who they will not say it to you while they're there. They just won't come back. And as a stylist, I don't want you to leave disappointed. I want to make every person that sits in my chair happy. You're spending your money, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not the most, I'm not the cheapest stylist around. So my goal is to make you happy, and making you happy, we have to be able to communicate. I'm the type of stylist that when I'm done, I have some clients, especially regulars, who they like this piece flip back this particular way that only they do it on their face, no matter what. And I'm cool with them. When we're done, I know what's up. I hand them the flatter. Here you go, girl. Hit it. But the thing is, if you're that type of person, you need to know, is the stylist that you're working with okay with you doing that? You know, if that's your personality and you know you're going to do that, you need to find a stylist who speaks to your personality, who is okay with you doing that. Because in the long run, what's going to happen is you're going to have a breakdown in that relationship. I'm sorry. You could possibly have a breakdown, because this is not true for all situations, but I'm speaking from my personal experience. So, I mean, that's just a few things that I can think of. So, yeah, exactly. They might take it personal. Some stylists literally will, when the client is in the chair, they turn them away from the mirror. They will not let them see. And so many clients have said that to me. The stylist wouldn't even let me look in the mirror. Okay, here's what happens. Sometimes the stylist turns the client to the mirror, and while they're in the process of doing it, they're like, oh my God, what are you doing? Oh my God, add this. Oh my God, are you going to forget? So in a way, it kind of freaks us out. So I understand why, but also too, you want to be comfortable in who you are. You want to be able to walk out and say, okay, I'm happy with what I got. So you also have to have a stylist who is open-minded. But as a client, I ask that you also remain open-minded. If you come to a stylist and say, hey, I really want this center part Beyonce thing that I saw and I thought it was gorgeous, and that stylist says, listen, I understand that's what you want. However, based on your face shape, your body composition, your complexion, that style is not going to be flattering. I would ask you to be open to hearing what they have to say, because they could be saving you from a disastrous end. Because Beyonce hairdos do not look Beyonce-licious on everybody, okay? I'm just here to tell you this, because I know how it is. A lot of folks like to jump on the bandwagon. Oh, well, I saw Kim K curls on her, and Kim K curls are what I got to have, and Kim K curls is all I want. But guess what? Kim K curls are going to have you looking horrific. So just be open-minded as well, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's it. Okay. That's it. Just be open-minded, okay? But so yeah, that's just a few things. Okay? But just remember, recap real quick. Photos. Use photos. Look online. See if you can research this hairstylist and find pictures of their work. You want to see what their schedule is, because if you only are off on Tuesdays and you work third shift and they're only open on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I mean, no matter how good their hairstyles look, it may not be a match for you because your schedules don't line up. So there's just things that you want to think about. Communication, seeing what form of communication works best with them. If you reach out to a hairstylist via text and phone and you're continually not getting a response, no one's answering the phone, sometimes, not always, sometimes that speaks to maybe their professionalism, or if they're so booked, they're that good that they're so booked, you may not be able to get in for months. And if you're the type of person who likes to wait to the last minute to always schedule, and that's a booked stylist, that may not be the stylist for you. So I just really want you guys to take all these things into consideration and just think about that. What are you looking for? You know, you can find good stylists who have a regular schedule. Me personally, as a hairstylist, I feel like this is not just a job. This is my career. I went to Paul Mitchell and paid $30,000. Yes, boo. $30,000 for my education. This is the only thing I do. I'm a single mother and I pay all the bills. And you see this? This is a nice house that the Lord has blessed me with. So I take my career seriously. So I have a set schedule. I work Sunday through Friday from 10 to 6. And I do offer outside business hours for an additional fee. So if you're the type of person, okay, her hairstyle and everything is nice, it's good. It may not be exactly what you want, but it's good. It's pretty good. And her schedule lines up. Her communication lines up. That may be the better person than, oh my God, her hairstyles are the absolute bomb. It's everything I want, but her schedule doesn't line up. Her personality, communication, all that. That's going to be an issue. So just take those things into consideration, okay? And if you have any questions or any other things you would like to ask, please don't hesitate to drop them below for me. And I will read all of the comments that people put down there whenever I can, because I do work full time every day and make wigs and hair and color and all that stuff in between. So whenever I can, I will answer. And just know too, any negative comments, I will not be posting. They will be deleted. All of my comments have to be approved by me. So if you want your comments to show up down there or to be answered, if you have anything negative to say, you know what they say. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Because I will not respond, nor will I approve that comment to be down there. But thank you for tuning in. And if you have any more questions, feel free to drop them down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.